What are the best predictors of recovery in patients with an emotional disorder? The best predictor is this. Are they open and receptive to things I teach with the last symptom? Are they self-initiating, and are they doing it for themselves? Are they self-initiating, and are their motives healthy? In other words, are they doing it for themselves? That's the best predictor of authentic recovery in folks who have an emotional disorder. Next question. What are some of the subtle signs that someone with borderline personality disorder may be on a downward spiral? The best sign would be, are they breathing? If they're breathing, they're on a downward spiral. People with emotional disorders are always on a downward spiral. It's a lifelong downward spiral, whether they know it or not. That's the most interesting thing. Most of these things I say, persons say, that's not true, that's not true. No, it's not true consciously for you, but unconsciously it is. Is there an increase in teens exhibiting traits of emotional disorder? If so, what's the cause? The answer is yes, because we live in an increasingly unhealthy world. Why? Because people have increasingly unhealthy attitudes. What is at the root of emotional disorder? Unhealthy, distorted attitudes. So, parents pass these unhealthy attitudes and perceptions to their children. Children grow up, have their own kids. Guess what they do? They pass the only thing they know on down to their children. Same unhealthy attitudes and perceptions. And then their kids grow up, and guess what happens? Around and around we go. Here's an interesting question. Why does Quora allow a person to claim to be cured from borderline personality disorder when in fact no cure exists, and tout their website for others to follow? Isn't this promoting false hope? All right, so you, the person with an emotional disorder who is not cured, says that being cured is impossible, and I, the person who once had borderline personality disorder and now have lived for years and years without it completely, and I know what that process required and I know what it took, I say that it is curable because I did it. But it makes sense to you to ask why it is incurable to the person who has been cured from it. Could this question get any more absurd? No, it surely couldn't. This is a person who doesn't want to get better. People who ask me questions like this, they don't want to get better. They want to stay unhealthy, or at the very least, they want an excuse for why it's okay to stay unhealthy, or at the very least, they want an excuse for why they have not made any headway yet. And I'll tell you why. Because they've already made up their mind that they don't want to be cured, that it ain't curable, so therefore they have nothing to do, they have no work to do. They can just sit back and be smothered in sympathy from other unhealthy people, can't they?